to do this movie, James, and to build this DC universe. The movie's out. It's not even a week.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
Relief, you know. The business of movies is a strange one because what you're doing is you're, committing, years of your life to a project like this. So for the past 3 years, I've worked on Superman. And then the movie is released, and you're like, is the public going to like it? Are the critics going to like it? And is it going to make money? And unfortunately, with this one, it went well on all three of those fronts. Yeah. But, I've had ones that have done well on one or none, and it's not as fun.
What is this? Crypto!
You are depicting Superman as more human. He's still this all-powerful being, but the first image that we see of him is him.
Good day, legends. Imagine waking up, stretching, grabbing your morning cuppa, and suddenly discovering that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is about to do something so massive, so wild, and so absolutely shocking that even Doctor Strange would need a moment to sit down and breathe into a paper bag. Yes, Marvel fans, brace yourselves, because Kevin Feige has just confirmed that Iron Man and Captain America are getting recast after Secret Wars. That is right, brand new faces stepping into the armor and picking up the shield. If that does not make you feel like your entire childhood just got snapped Thanos-style, then I applaud your emotional stability. Before we dive into this universe-shaking revelation, tap that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss a single breakdown from Stats In. I promise it is more satisfying than hearing the Avengers theme kick in during a theater premiere. Now, let us leap straight into the chaos. Transition time, because this news hit the internet harder than Hulk hitting a villain who forgot to stretch first. So, Kevin Feige, the chief wizard of Marvel Studios, the man who turned comic book characters into a global religion, has now spoken. And when Feige talks, the internet listens. During a recent press event, he confirmed that both Tony Stark and Steve Rogers will be recast after Avengers: Secret Wars. Not rebooted like the DC Universe is doing under James Gunn. No, no, no. Feige is not starting from scratch. He is turning the page, passing the torch, and basically telling fans, yes, we love Downey Jr. and Evans, but we cannot keep them frozen in time like Captain America's leftover ice cube. Now, this is where it gets spicy. For years, fans have debated whether Marvel would ever dare to replace Robert Downey Jr., the man who practically kicked the MCU into existence with the swagger of a billionaire who has just bought the last Tim Tam at the supermarket. Or Chris Evans, whose portrayal of Captain America is so perfect that even the Statue of Liberty would salute him. But Feige has decided it is time for a new generation. Fresh faces, fresh energy, and probably fresh chaos. Let us slide into the next subtopic like Spider-Man dodging an awkward school conversation. The interesting part here is that Feige is not treating this like a reboot. Instead, Secret Wars is being positioned as the grand finale of the current multiverse saga, the ultimate wrap-up of 20-plus years of storytelling. If the previous Avengers films were the entree, Secret Wars is the 5-course dinner with dessert, drinks, and that awkward moment when someone says, "We should do this again soon," knowing very well they will not. After Secret Wars ends this chapter, Marvel will introduce a brand new era. New stories, new heroes, and finally, after what feels like 80 years of waiting, the official arrival of the X-Men into the main timeline. Apparently, Feige wants the MCU to feel as exciting and unpredictable as it did back in 2008 when Iron Man first launched the whole cinematic empire. Now, if your jaw has not dropped yet, prepare yourself, because here comes the next transition. Smooth, stylish, and more dramatic than Loki making an entrance. The comparisons Feige made during the conference are what really reveal his strategy. He likened Marvel's future recasts to the James Bond franchise, where a new actor takes over every era, but the character remains iconic. Sean Connery, Pierce Brosnan, Daniel Craig, different vibes, same license to kill. Or take Batman. We have had enough caped crusaders to form an entire football team, and yet the mythology stays strong. Feige is basically saying, if James Bond can survive countless recasts, Iron Man and Captain America can too. And honestly, he is not wrong. Still, the emotional part of this hits hard. Because Downey Jr. did not simply play Iron Man, he lived and breathed Tony Stark. He improvised half of his lines, he shaped the character, He gave us that heartbreaking "I am Iron Man" moment that still has fans crying harder than they cry at their electricity bills. Chris Evans, meanwhile, became the poster boy for honor, justice, and America's most discussed biceps. Replacing them feels like replacing your family dog with a robotic vacuum cleaner. Yes, it might technically get the job done, but the emotional connection? That is a bit harder to reboot. Let us transition again, smooth as a Wakandan aircraft cloaking over the skyline. The real question on everyone's mind is this: who on earth can possibly fill those roles? And look, we can speculate all day, but until Marvel announces it, every name online is just a digital dartboard. But Feige's comments make one thing clear: Marvel is aiming for relatable, younger, and long-term actors who can carry the franchise for another decade or more. So do not expect a veteran A-lister stepping in. Marvel wants someone who can grow with the universe the same way the OG cast did. But the decision also makes sense from a storytelling perspective. The MCU is expanding into bigger, wilder, more chaotic territories: the multiverse, cosmic adventures, Kong drama, Doom Rising, and now the X-Men joining the party. It is almost impossible to rely on the same faces forever, especially when actors want to explore new roles, spend time with family, or simply avoid doing 37 stunt-heavy films. Transition time. This one hits harder than Thor charging into battle with lightning crackling around him. Feige is also making this shift because the MCU needs it. The last couple of years have been rocky for Marvel. Mixed reviews, inconsistent storytelling, and box office numbers that were impressive but not quite the unstoppable juggernaut Marvel used to be. Recasting gives Feige a clean slate without erasing the emotional legacy of the characters. It is a smart, strategic reset. Not a reboot, just a fresh start. And let us be honest, Marvel fans are passionate, opinionated, and sometimes as dramatic as Wanda Maximoff on a bad day. No matter who gets cast, debates will explode across the internet like popcorn kernels in a too-hot pan. But over time, as long as the storytelling is strong, fans adapt. After all, many of us doubted Tom Holland at first, and now he is beloved. People questioned whether Chadwick Boseman could carry Black Panther, and look how iconic he became. Marvel has done this before. Marvel can do it again. And now, my final transition, smooth as butter on warm toast. Secret Wars will not just end an era. It will celebrate everything Marvel built. Every sacrifice, every comeback, every portal-opening moment that gave us goosebumps. And after that curtain closes, someone new will say, "I am Iron Man." Someone new will say, "Avengers, assemble." And if Marvel does this right, audiences will cheer just as loudly as they did the first time. Thanks for watching, Legends. Stay tuned, stay curious, and stay heroic with Stats In.